What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we have an absolute banger once again. This is going to be an email marketing strategy that pretty much only 7, 8, and 9-figure brands are utilizing. I'm going to be showing you exactly how to utilize this for yourself, the step-by-step strategy to actually get this implemented, and how for some brands, this can be a massive unlock to get to the next level and start acquiring new customers at scale at a much lower cost per acquisition. So before we go ahead and get started, all the links are in the description as always. If you're interested in working with my team on the agency side, we are specialists in paid advertising, email and SMS marketing, conversion rate optimization, and user-generated content. I would love for you to check out some of our free trainings and case studies. Again, those are in the description, as well as if you're interested in perhaps working with myself and the team on one-to-one coaching and getting access to all of our agency SOPs inside of the inner circle. As always, guys, I would really appreciate it if you could go ahead and drop a like right now. It really does help with the algorithm and to make sure that these videos get pushed to the right people. So without any more delays, let's go ahead and dive into this 8-figure email marketing strategy. Okay, so like I mentioned, guys, this is something that you're pretty much only going to be seeing 7, 8, and especially 9-figure brands utilizing, because you do have to be somewhat established to be able to make this work. And what we're going to be discussing today, and I'm going to be walking you through step by step, is something that we've done with our own agency clients to elevate their email marketing and, like I said, take their customer acquisition to the next level. And it's actually going to be partnering with other brands for email list exchanges. Now, ultimately, this sounds super basic, but I can guarantee you most brand owners have not thought of this, let alone thought about how to execute it. So if you're unfamiliar with what I'm talking about, an email list exchange is where you're going to be partnering with a complementary brand similar to you with a similar demographic of customers to exchange certain parts of your email lists so you can expand reach with customers that already might be interested in a product similar to yours and increase customer engagement, especially if you're doing this for a collab. Here's our brief framework to go ahead and get this started. Obviously, you need to start identifying potential partners and brands. So like I mentioned, you need to make sure that they offer something complementary to what you are already selling. Obviously, it doesn't make sense if you're selling skincare to partner with a drink company. You need to ensure that there's actually some sort of alignment between both of your audiences to make the exchange actually worth it. Now, once you've gone ahead and actually found a partner, you want to go ahead and make sure that you guys are signing NDAs. I cannot stress this enough, but you are exchanging email lists here, right? This is an e-commerce brand's gold. You need to make sure that the list that you're exchanging never gets outside of the relationship of the brands that you're partnering with. Now, after that's sorted, you're going to want to go ahead and schedule some sort of meeting with the team so you can go ahead and sit down and basically set goals as to who you're going to be targeting and how often you're going to be reaching out to these people. And the reason that this is so important is that you need to be setting guidelines for both brands to make sure that both of you are not spamming each other's lists and starting to lower engagement across the board. You ought to be making sure that in those guidelines, you have things like email frequency, what part of the lists you're going to be segmenting, and again, making sure that you are signing an NDA so that data never leaves this relationship. It's also important to make sure that you guys agree on key performance metrics. That way you can come back in a month or two and review how each list performed for the other brand. And then the next step is simple implementation, right? So you're going to want to go ahead and prepare the email lists for each brand and segment the audiences that you guys have agreed upon. And then you're going to want to utilize a secure method of exchanging the email lists. What I mean by this is I would make sure that you are not doing this in Slack, that any one of your team members can go ahead and download the email list or it can get stolen by some sort of VA. You want to be making sure that you are sending this in an email to that specific person and the lead on the team that you're going to be dealing with. And then from there, you are off to the races to go ahead and start basically 4, 5, 10xing your reach by starting to utilize this strategy with a ton of different brands. And like I said, utilizing this, especially with a brand that you have a collaboration with, is huge because both brands' customers are already going to be aware of both brands. It's just an added customer experience if one of the other brands that you're collaborating with can reach out with specific emails about the collaboration that you're utilizing. Long story short, you don't necessarily need to be a 7, 8, or 9-figure brand to utilize this, but you do need some sort of established list that actually shows quality in terms of performance and engagement. Nobody's going to want to go ahead and buy a list with a 1% open rate. You know what I mean? So these are the things that you have to look out for and do due diligence on when you're speaking with other partners regarding these lists. So as always, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little insight into this 7, 8, and 9-figure strategy that a lot of brands are utilizing. That honestly, it seems a little bit simple, but a lot of brands are just not thinking about this sort of stuff. If your e-commerce brand is not generating at least 20 to 30% of monthly revenue through email marketing every single month, I want you to go ahead and book a call to speak with our team, because that is something that you guys should be doing as far as generating revenue. And I would love to have a sit down and audit your account to see why that's not happening. So as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and leave a like so this video can get pushed to the right people. Make sure you subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.